What's happening?
Anyways. What's up, guys? This is Jamie, and this is
Roy. What's going on, fam?
not a Mickey yet, but no time but the present. A lot of you have seen our Facebook videos and stuff like that, so we thought, let's get it and be obedient. So we wanted to get this podcast going. This is something that both of us wanted to do individually, and now that, we've come together and realized that how, aligned we've just been throughout this whole process, it's just awesome to have a partner that is interested in the same things that you are. So we are going to be doing definitely some serious topics, some motivational topics, some relationship topics, definitely faith talks. And the basis of our channel is, and our podcast is mostly going to be just discovering, ourselves as young adults and helping others kind of get closer to God and become better versions of themselves by sharing our testimonies of how we've overcome certain things in our lives and how we've grown into the people that we are today. And God has really been pulling us to do more and be more of what He's called us to be. So we definitely wanted to dive into all of that comes with this podcast, just really giving God glory in all of this and really sharing. I put a quote on our channel art just saying that healing and growth lives here, because that's what we're going to be going through this channel, is just working on healing. We pray that at least one person can be healed, can be touched, and be delivered by listening to what we have to say. Not us. We're not really anybody special, but God gets all the glory. And if you happen to come across and you are healed and touched, it was because God led you. But we wanted to start this channel off with something fun, so we're going to be doing some get to know us questions. We're going to be asking each other questions, and we hope that you can come to get to know us by our answers. So I have like 10 questions. He has like 10, and I'm going to let him start with the first question. Did you want to say anything more?
We're definitely starting this in a sense of, I feel, definitely obedience and just trying to, spread a positive message. So with this podcast, we're going to be doing a lot. We're going to be covering a lot, and it's going to, it's going to feel a little bit different than, me doing my own live and her doing her own live. Although we're still going to be doing our separate things, but with the actual podcast, this is one thing we're going to be coming together with. Mm-hmm. And, we've been doing this a lot. So we want to really bring it into a more of a family setting, just to let everybody know that, look, yeah, we're over here, we're over there, but like she said, we're going to be the Mickeys here soon. So we want to start this off, showing everybody coming together what we're going to do collectively. So, But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start this off real quick. Let's see. All right, babe, first question I got for you. What's your favorite nickname?
From you?
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Why is that?
Because that's one of the first things you called me. I remember us having a conversation, and I was just like sharing some things with you. We were on the phone for like hours, and I was sharing some things with you about like my life and my testimony and things that I kind of would be embarrassed to tell people because I was trying to portray myself as a woman of God. And I don't regret my life, but I do sometimes wish I made better choices as a young woman. And you were just really ministering to me, like, you have to speak about it, you have to share, you know what I mean, you can't forget your past. And you just were so genuine. That's like, you were like, it adds such a like a velvet blanket to what you're saying when you're talking to me. Like you handle me with so much care when you're talking to me in that way. You were just like, sweetheart, you have to like, and I was like, this man is like he acted like he cared about me or something.
Maybe a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? And it was just like, you know, he's like, you can't be afraid to share your story. Like, we all make mistakes. I have a past, but, you know, you were just like, sweetheart, you have to share because there's so many young women that are going to be blessed by your story and your testimony that you can't go back. You might wish that you could have made different choices as a young woman, but you can prevent somebody else's, you know, daughter, somebody else's little sister from, you know, making those mistakes. So you can't, you know, keep that to yourself. So that was like one of the first things that you called me, you know, as we were getting to know each other. But it just really let me know that I could be safe with you. You know what I mean? That I could really trust you. You were, you know, somebody that was gonna, you know, be gentle with me when I needed you.
Amen to that. I got you, babe. I got you. All right, what you got for me?
Let me see. I need to get deep real quick, you know. What is something you always wanted to do together that we haven't yet?
I want to say go-kart racing.
Okay.
I definitely want to go go-kart racing with you. You know, it's one of those things where it's and I wanted to do this even before she had her license. So I don't know, you know, she'll tell you that portion about the license, but it's something that I wanted to do, and we had a discussion about it before, and it was like, oh, well, you know, I ain't doing that. I'm scared to do it. You know what I mean? Like, she also said that she wasn't going to ride on my motorcycle with me, but, you know, that changed real quick.
That's because I thought he was cute. I got a video right here. I'm going to insert it to this video right here. But it's the way he said it. He was like, you're going to have to be in the motorcycle game if you want to be with me.
And we motorcycle gang around here, baby. You're going to have to get used to it sooner or later if you want to be with me. I'm just saying. I won't hurt you. I'll keep you safe.
It's like, okay. Where we going?
Let's see. That's crazy. But I mean, that's really how it went. You know what I mean? Like you know, being me, you know, I was just, you know, trying to show off a little bit. And I just want to see her response. And she, you know, she went with it. So I was like, oh, for real? Like, for real? You know what I mean? So I was happy. I was beyond happy.
And now I'm in there on the bike.
Yeah.
With my arms out, talk about, you said you got a little too comfortable.
She did, man. So I be having to tell her sometimes, like, hold on to me. Like, don't, no. You be sitting back and acting like, no, you gotta hold on to me. Dagnabbit. All right.
What you got?
Did I answer, baby? Did I answer? Okay. What's your weirdest habit? Quirk. I can name a couple. But go ahead.
You should answer that for me because I don't think anything that I do is weird.
No, come on. But you can't think everything you do is fine. You can't, babe. You can't. I even know I do. Come on. What's your weirdest one?
You do a lot of weird stuff.
So do you.
No.
Babe, this is the intro. This is the intro to this. And this is how it's going.
I feel like I'm being interrogated.
These are simple questions, yo. Like, what in the world? Come on, man.
I don't know if this is a weird habit or quirk, but like I pick up bugs all the time with my bare hand. People get mad at me at work.
I'm not gonna get mad at you, but that's pretty weird.
But they don't get mad, but they're like, "Why would you do that?" Like,
okay, so let me ask, why would you do that? Like, what's the whole point of it?
well, I don't kill them. I just take them outside.
But regardless of what the bug is, you're gonna pick it up with your bare hand.
Yeah. Unless it's an ant, then I switch. No, I don't pick up daddy long ones instead of pizza. I don't like that.
Well, there's something that she does that I will not do first. All right, your question.
If you could gain one ability or quality, what would it be? I feel like I already know the answer.
No, you don't. To fly.
Oh.
Told you you didn't. And you know, it honestly, sure. Yeah, sure. Like, I would love to be able to fly. I know that's weird, and you might be like, why out of all things? But no, I would love to be able to fly.
And I get to work all the time.
If I'm flying, I ain't worried about work. I'm a create some income with that flying ability.
What you gonna do?
I don't know, but we gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what she got to deal with. All right. So, what were? Stop looking. Rosie. What were you like in high school?
I was friends with everybody. So, like, you know how most high schools there's like cliques and there's like the emos, the jocks, the cheerleaders, the nerds. I was friends with, like, I wasn't in a group.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a part of like any one group. Like, I would go just talk to everybody.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way.
So, like, everybody knew me as like. Sometimes people would call me band camp when I was in school because I was always talking. And every time I start talking to get up, they'd be like, "One time at band camp," and I'm like, "Stop it! I want to tell you a story." So it was really funny, and
You do know where that's from, though, right?
yeah.
Okay. I was just asking. I didn't know. You were a little young, so I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
I have older siblings.
Okay. Just checking.
But yeah.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you pop? Was that necessary?
He hates when I do that.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Why
It's
do you
just,
always pay attention
it's
to
weird.
when I do it?
Because it's weird. It's weird. It's one of her quirks.
Okay, we'll add that to the list.
Don't worry, she's gonna throw me under the bus too. Don't worry.
But yeah, I was funny, and everybody was my boyfriend.
Everybody was your boyfriend.
Yeah, I had boyfriends. Not like fake boyfriends.
But define boyfriend, because in this day and age, if you had a boyfriend, that means that it was your boyfriend. That means that...
No, they were like play boyfriends. Like, they didn't agree. And I was just like, "You're my boyfriend."
You said they didn't agree.
No, I just would be like, "You're my boyfriend." And I would just go sit next to him and hold their hand.
Against it... Okay.
I mean, I thought it was funny, but like,
All right, baby.
they was kind of scared of me. Next question. What is your favorite thing about me?
Honestly, how caring you are.
Mm-hmm.
See, look, I'm trying to be honest with her. See, is this hard? Like, there's no reason for that. How caring you are, how loving you are, how compassionate you are, and you're willing to actually listen, even when it sounds like it's a bunch of malarkey. Yes, I said that. You still take the time to listen to what a person is saying.
Sometimes it's my own fault.
Well,
And he has to save me. But
I'm not saving her. I'm just letting her see things from a guy's perspective. Because she's such a nice person, people like to take her niceness for a weakness. You know, they like to manipulate people because and take advantage because sometimes people don't like to say no. And I'm sure somebody's going to be able to relate to that. But, you know, you just got to you got to speak up sometimes. Especially for yourself. You got to speak up. I'm going to protect mine. Straight up.
protect me.
Alright. Was there an embarrassing fashion moment in your adolescence?
So, when I was younger, like elementary school, we went to a farm and they had like a petting zoo, and I was feeding like these baby llamas and goats, and I guess there was a goat that wanted more food, but I was feeding the llamas, and I had these capri pants. They were like black with all these different little fruits on them. It was like cherries, pineapple, like oranges. They were really cute. Like they stopped like right here. They had a little split, and my mom had me like in this cute shirt.
I feel like I know where this is going. But go ahead.
So I was feeding the baby llamas, and the goat kept going back, and I'm like, "I got you. Just give me a minute, you know." And I didn't see it, so it bit my leg where one of the cherries was, and it bit a hole in it. And that, you know, on the bus ride home, they were like, "What happened right there?"
Like, was you bleeding?
No.
It bit
was
the
like a
pant.
bruise. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Did it rip it off?
No, just like a little hole. There was like a little, like, because it went like this. So there was like a little hole where the cherry was, and I was mad because there was like those pits. And I was like, it hurt. And so, don't feed baby llamas in front of goats because they get mad.
See, that couldn't have been me
Even
because
though they ate already.
yeah, that couldn't have been me because me and that goat would have run rounds.
So that was my fashion because everybody could ask me what the whole thing is. So it was good with me.
And now you can laugh about it, right?
But
Okay, man. All right, you turn. You remember back in the day when khakis were the pants to wear? I used to wear khakis all the time.
Did you have a Dickies outfit?
I had like 2.
When did you first know you wanted to be in a relationship?
Honestly, maybe like the 3rd time I started talking to you, or I talked to you. Because, okay, first off, we met at a weird place, at a weird time. I'll get into that later on in our talks. But we met at a weird time. So when everything was said and done and I went to go talk to you, it was me being kind of shy and nervous because of how I talked to you prior to trying to talk to you. I really was. And it wasn't her fault though. Like it was just, I was going through something. I was in my bag, and I just didn't want to,
nosy.
But she was being nice about it. She was being her. She was being nice, bubbly, smiley, everything. Like she always was just being nice. But I just personally was going through something and I'm like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I want to come to this gym. I want to work out and I want to go home. And, she being who she is and, in the position she's at, talking to everybody at the gym, that's what she does. I just, was mean and, and it just, after I did it, I felt bad. So, when I actually started to try to talk to her, it was the most pathetic thing I've ever done in my life because I felt like, I don't even know why I was nervous. I was nervous when I first, even went up to her to talk to her. So, it was like, I want to say, after the 3rd conversation that we had, because like you said, we had a lot of conversations that were deep and for hours. Like
right. And I don't even know how it got like that. Like.
And here's the funniest part. Like we never really officially had that title as boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, he never asked me to be his girlfriend.
I didn't.
How did you know you wanted to be in a relationship with me after the 3rd conversation, but you never asked me to be in a relationship? This is his answer. I asked you to be my wife, didn't I? You skipped a step, bro.
I mean, I definitely did skip a step, but I felt like we were talking and we were getting, we were communicating so well that it was moving past just regular boyfriend girlfriend stage. Like we're old.
Facts.
Or older. I'm sorry. I'm 33. She what?
29.
Okay, cool. No, I do, but I'm not doing that. That's no. But you know what I mean? So we're older. And, sometimes when you get to a certain age and you're going to sit there and be like, will you be my girlfriend? Will you be my boy?
Right.
Not, like, it's immature. So
he did make sure, though, because he texted me one day. It was like, I just want to make sure, like, I think of us as in a relationship. We're in a relationship, right? And I was like, I mean, I kind of assumed. Yeah, he was like, all right, cool. I just wanted to make sure we was on the same page. But like, okay, like we've been past like it. I mean, I guess.
But that's what I'm saying. Like notice I never said, "Are we boyfriend and girlfriend?"
Right.
I said, "Are we in a relationship?" Because
I'm like, what are you asking me for? Weren't you supposed to ask me?
Wait, that's what I mean. So yeah, I'd say about the 3rd time.
I thought it was, but I didn't want to assume stuff because you know what happens. We anything. Like, I didn't ask you.
She just brought this up a couple questions earlier. You know, she was saying that she was with somebody and they didn't agree with it. So yeah, we had to make. That wasn't for play. That was, you know, I guess that was, you know, where your mom was at that time. It's okay. You're mature. You did. Obviously, you did. If you said that it was your boyfriend.
It was a school boyfriend.
It don't matter. I had school girlfriends.
No, you never had like, oh, that's my boo.
No, I've had friends.
Wives, I'd be like, that's my wife at work wife. It's like that. It's like a nickname.
Yeah, she's different. But
I also have like work families. I don't know. Do y'all do that? Is that weird?
Let's see. Let's skip a couple. You should have got questions like these, man, instead of them serious questions. What do you think is the dumbest thing you've ever done?
I love that question. A whole lot of stuff.
I'm glad I gave this question to you. That's all I want to say.
Oh, this is real dumb. So, back in the day, when I was in my wayward world self with my friend, when we used to partake in the devil's lettuce,
Time out. In the what?
Devil's lettuce.
Oh, okay. I ain't never heard it put like that before, but okay.
I got it from Family Guy.
Family. Continue.
Anyways, and me and my best friend at the time, we was walking by her house, and you know we had a baggie. You know, sometimes you have seeds, so we threw them over the fence, and like we just tossed them like this. Yeah. We was walking away from losing it like the back alley behind her house.
Okay.
So we was walking away so we could do our thing.
Yeah.
And I just threw them over the fence. Well, somehow they started growing in her mom's garden, in her backyard. And she was watering all her plants. And she watered that one. And me and her sitting there looking at each other, looking at her water her plants. Like, do you think she knows what that is? Like,
okay, hold up. Let me ask you this. How long did it take you to realize that that's what was growing?
It was like it kept growing. It grew like pretty
How
high.
long
I don't know.
did it take for you to actually notice it? But you knew that that's what it was?
Yeah. Because it was the same spot, like where we threw the seeds, and like we knew what it was.
And her mom didn't know?
We don't know if she knew or not. We don't know, but she was watering it. Like, she didn't plant it there, so how did she, like, she never said nothing about it, but she watered it. So, we think Mom Dukes was, on the low.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is the dumb part. We didn't have a grinder. So, I was a culinary school at the time. I put it on a cutting board, and I'm like, I diced it. I mixed it up like it was parsley.
Never do drugs, kids.
But then it was wet. So we Googling how do you dry it out. And they was like, put it in the fan, put it upside down in the fan, all this stuff.
Yeah.
We put it in the oven. Then the whole house smelled. So we're trying to spray. And then I chopped that up. We tried to smoke it, but it was dumb. It didn't work. So, dumbest thing I ever did.
That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good one. That's a good one, man. All right, your turn.
No, I think it's funny that like we have a nice balance because you have a funny questions.
Yeah, I gotta get the serious ones.
What is your favorite TV sitcom ever?
Like a series or something that I watch?
Well, like a sitcom, so like Family Matters or My Wife and Kids.
Like Fresh Prince and stuff like that. I don't know. I never really watched sitcoms for real.
What was your favorite show
Growing up? I want to say growing up, my favorite show as a kid was Goosebumps. and which I don't understand why it was my favorite show growing up, because same here. I was scared. Like, I was scared of the dog. And then, at the beginning when they had the dog eyes flash white, and then the thing started going through and everything, briefcase open, all that. I was terrified of that.
I was scared of Courage the Cowardly Dog. So I definitely wasn't watching Goosebumps.
Now, Courage was my dude. Like, I had a good couple cartoons that was my dude. Courage was my dog, literally. But so no, but there was one episode on there on Goosebumps that I don't know if you remember. It was about these spider webs, and this might be why I'm scared of spiders. It was about the spider web that was like 7-8 feet tall. It was a whole spider web that you would see outside of the spider made, and it was glowing. It would glow, and it would like walk, like, and it would come after you, and it would like, when it got to you, it would light up real bright, and I guess like impale you, like eat you. I guess I don't know what it did, but it destroyed my mind, and ever since then I've been terrified of spiders. So yeah, I'm a big guy, but spiders are not my thing at all, like at all.
But somehow that was still your favorite show.
Yeah, it was my favorite show. Yeah. All right, so let's see. What are 10 things you would bring to a desert island?
A phone, a mobile hotspot.
Well, that's kind of included. No. Yeah, you're right. You're
like
right.
The little thing, because I need my laptop, a knife.
You going hunting?
A gun. Ammo for the gun.
Okay, so that's 6.
A water filtration system.
Smart. Parasites.
Right. Dry food. Like canned goods and stuff.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I need to. I'll use the knife.
2 more.
Sunflower seeds.
What flavor?
Ranch.
Okay.
Seasonings for our food that we cook. Can't have no bland food even if we're stuck.
Okay. Well, let me ask you. Hold on. Let me read this question again. What are 10 things you would bring to a deserted island or a desert island?
Well, I just said.
Yeah, you, not we. You put we in there, because I ain't gonna be in no desert island. I just, this
Well,
was you.
I know, but I don't want to be by myself.
I know, but I don't want to be on no desert island.
Well, I'm not going if you're not going.
Well, we got your 10 things. All right, you next, baby.
What?
I was just gonna say, this does kind of feel like an interrogation.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory?
Oh, yeah, 'cause the lights on.
Yeah.
Where are you on the night of September 17th?
I was home, fool. Okay, well, my favorite childhood memory. I'd say going to Kennywood with my mom and dad and my sister. My sister was like 6.
Okay.
And I was like 12, 11. And we was going on in Turtles.
Oh, I remember the Turtles.
Yeah. And then we went to the whip. You know, that thing that goes around.
Yeah.
It's enclosed, and it goes around, and when you spin so far, you slide over. Well, so that day, like I said, I'm older than my sister. I'm like 5-6 years older than my sister. So she's was smaller than me, and then it was me. It was my dad, me, and my sister in this car. And it's a whip, so it's gravity. So basically it's turning, and the person on the outside of the car is getting smushed. That's just the way the ride is. So I was never a little kid. like when I was like 6, you know, I was kind of thin. To like 8, I was like thin. I was a fat baby. I had rolls on my arms. Like I was a fat baby.
My baby ain't got no hope because I was a fat baby too.
Yeah, but I had rolls on my arms though. Like it was
I'm
rolled.
gonna show you a baby picture of me.
Yeah. Okay. So, so I was. We was on there, and I just remember looking up at my dad, and you know he's laughing and everything, and then I look down at my sister, and she's laughing because she's squishing me. And I'm laughing because I'm squishing my dad, and my dad's looking like I'm gonna kill y'all. And the whole time we're on this ride for like maybe 5-10 minutes, no, like 5-6 minutes. It's just that's how long it was lasting, and the whole time we're just laughing. And I almost peed my pants because I was laughing so hard. And my sister, when she got off, she was walking into people.
Oh, because
because
her gravity.
because of being dizzy and everything. And I just remember watching my sister walk, and then look at my dad, the look on his face. It was priceless. It was priceless because he was happy we was all on there, but he was mad that he got squished. Like he did. He got the raw end of this deal. He got squished. But no, that was one of my favorite childhood memories.
That's a nice movie.
Yeah.
I have no idea what number we're on.
I don't know neither, but you know,
Oh, well.
we'll do 2 more. We'll do 2 more. Okay, there we go. If money didn't matter, what would you want to do for a living?
This.
Come on, there.
Just, sharing with people and talking about God, ministry, fellowshipping with people, really just, I'm such a people person, and I'm great at customer service, but it's also taxing because it's something where you have to solve problems and people, get angry, you know what I mean? So, but if I was able to just connect with people and not necessarily have to service people, when I was younger, when I was little, I always wanted to be a singer or superstar or model or something like that. And those are things that I've done as hobbies, but, I've always had a love for, just sharing and connecting with people, fellowshipping. That's why I love going to church, because it's a big, love fest and sharing and connecting and music, all the things that I love kind of wrapped up into one. And I always wanted to have my own restaurant too, but that cost money, so if money didn't matter, I definitely would have a restaurant.
Fair enough. Okay, that's a good answer.
Who would you say is one person who knows you the best?
My dad.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
My dad, and if my grandma's still here, my gram.
Yeah.
I told my gram everything. That was my lady. I ain't gonna get too much into that.
Because you'll start crying.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna start bawling.
Oh, tell me. This is it.
Yeah.
That's me getting up.
But yeah, if not, for my dad, I'd say my grandmother. My mom too, obviously, but when it comes down to, spiritually and everything.
You becoming a man. You're blessed. I definitely say I had to call my dad when we had our first. It wasn't even a fight. It was just stupid. But he left me. And
oh, I remember.
He left me and took his chicken wings that he brought me. Oh, no, he left my chicken wings, but he took his.
Yeah.
I had just sat down to eat, and I was like, I thought he was eating. This man got up, packed his chicken wings and fries, and left. I was like, where is he going? Like, I was so confused.
I was in my bag.
He was in his feelings.
Yeah.
Then he was in his driveway, never ate the chicken wings, sat in the driveway, talked to his dad. His dad was like, get back over there. So he called back. Can I come back? I talked to my dad, and he told me.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you? In my driveway. I thought you went home. I never got out the car. Get over here.
I mean, technically, y'all,
He's
I
like,
did go home.
can I just give you a hug? I'll leave right after that, I swear. I'm like, this dude. And then I'm going to stick beside him.
Yeah, so, like I said, you know, when we got together, I was still working things out, you know, mentally, you know, spiritually with me. And, you know, it was, in most cases, I was healed. You know, I was good, like I was cool. But then all the failed relationships and stuff like that I've had throughout my whole life, you know, and then like I said, my grand passing away, it opened up doors that I've always wanted to keep shut. Like I've always tried to never open. I've always tried to just block out of my memory, like
and
block
I'm like,
out.
let me in here.
Yeah, and
You know, I'm
she's
just pressing
crawling in.
buttons and
Trying to claw her way in. So, you know, she got to see who I really was, like, very early. And I didn't want that.
I still love you.
But, right. So, it's like, I didn't want that because I felt like all the crap that I've been through, you know, all the stuff that I've done, you know, just because I was hurt, I didn't want her seeing that because I looked at her as, you know, a fresh start with me, with her, you know, with life, like in a good positive relationship. So yeah.
And I'm like, let me see it all in the beginning so I know what I'm dealing with. Like, I don't want to think this is all rainbows and sunshine, and then later down the line, you know, I'm like, who is this person? Because I thought you know what I mean? Like, if that's how you feel, if that's what you do, if that's how you're going to react, let me know.
Yeah.
Like, let me see what I'm dealing with. The good, the bad, the ugly. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. If it's not something I want to deal with, I need to know now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everything, you know, when he finally opened, I'm like, that's it. Like, okay.
But to me, it was huge.
Right.
You know?
Right. And it's like, you know, didn't you feel like that was like a weight lifted every time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I know I did, like, you know, I remember us having a conversation and I just told him like 10 different things about my life and he kind of just was like, and I was just waiting like to see what he was going to say.
Like I was going to turn away.
Right, you know. But I just was like, let me just get it all out. I don't want to take any chances, you know what I mean? And I also should say that day that he left, you know, I thought because I had been through things and I had abandonment and things like that, I'm like, when you left, in my mind, you left me. Like, in my mind, you left because of something that I said and did. In my mind, you know what I mean, you were walking out on me. And he left because he was embarrassed of something that he said, and he felt like he messed things up, so he removed himself from the situation.
Yep.
So that was one of, I feel like, a pivotal moment in our relationship of when we realized that we really cared about each other because we both were scared at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? Your emotions, the enemy will prey on you and make you think that, you know, you're the problem. You've messed things up. This is happening again. You know, it's another failed, you know, relationship. Here we go again. You're going to have to start over.
And that's the
you
thing.
know.
When you're failing at so many relationships and you tell you're in relationships with people who are really not good people when it comes down to it, and you keep getting told it's because of you, it's because of you, it's because of you, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, but mentally you're like, no, I'm not, I can't, there's no way I'm all in, you know, I know that I messed up, but I know I'm not that person. So, you know, when you keep getting told that over and over again, it kind of, and you know, it kind of infuses into your subconscious, and you're like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna leave. You know, and it's not. And like she said, it wasn't me leaving her. It was just me leaving that time, that moment, because in that moment I felt that I was completely wrong, and she didn't look at it as that much, but I was like, okay, it's huge. She's looking at it like this. I'm like, this is huge. This ain't gonna work. Fight or flight. Yep, this ain't gonna work. So I gotta remove myself from the situation, let myself calm down, let her calm down, and figure out what's going on. And then, you know, when I come home, I'm sitting in my driveway in my truck, and I'm like, okay, I gotta call somebody. I called my dad, and he taught me off the ledge. Stop looking, yo. Man, always trying to cheat.
Answer that question.
No, you're always trying to cheat. All right, here we go. What's the best vacation you have ever taken?
Me and my sister went to the Bahamas. We went on a cruise and to fly to Miami. It was my first flight. I had never been on an airplane until this, and we flew to Miami and got on the boat. We went to the Bahamas, and it was literally like the best thing I had ever done. Like, it was so beautiful. Like, on the water, there was so much food everywhere. Like, if you've ever been on a cruise, like, there's so much food. Like, it's crazy. And everything's like included, and like there's like, you know, and most of it's like gourmet. Like, you have a reservation to like their fine dining, like everybody dresses up, and you have that every night. But there's also like a cafeteria style, and there's like a buffet. Like, you just keep walking around the circle to see what they have in like each section. It's almost like a big like college cafeteria type thing. Wow. And every day then they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then you have, but we would always do the reservation dinners, because there was this family. We sat at the same table every night, and it was a family, like a mom, dad, and their teenage son. And, like, we sat with them every night, and we were so mad because we didn't take pictures with them. And then when we would dock, we would go to the islands and, like, you know, spend time on the beach, stuff like that. The last night we docked in Nassau, so it was like people that actually lived there and stuff like that. Like, some of it was like tourist stuff, but like there was people that actually lived there. Oh, if you had to describe yourself as an animal, which animal would it be?
A lion.
Dang, that was
Yeah.
right.
I've always looked at myself as a lion. If I had a spiritual animal, you know, if that I believed in stuff like
Spirit
that.
animal.
Yeah. I would be a lion.
I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I've always looked at myself. You know.
You're a lioness. I'm proud.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of lion movies. Well, not movies, like documentaries and stuff like that. The female lion, she's mean. You know, like they're mean.
Well, I'm nice, so I'll just be
For
nice.
now, you're nice for now. But let's see. See, she's getting attitude. Like, let's see this in 2 years. Let's see where she at. She nice now.
Still be nice.
She nice now, but let's see in 2 years where she gonna be.
I'm always nice to everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, to everybody else. Like, well, why not me?
I'm nice to you.
From time to time.
I tell you I love you and give you hugs and kisses.
Same here. To you.
Why did you have to make that stipulation?
I don't know. I just had to. But all right, so yeah, like I said, this is the first one. Every time we do these, I want you to keep in mind that it's always going to be a teachable moment. Everything we're going to talk about, it's always going to be a teachable moment. It's going to be, you know, filled with inspiration. It's going to be filled with love. It's going to be filled with truth. So there's going to be times where you might jump on here and love what I'm saying, or there's going to be times where you might not like what I'm saying.
Because you're convicted. My granddaddy used to say, say amen or ouch.
I said, guys, appreciate you. You know, we love you, and we hope and wish nothing but the best for you and your future. So.
And we are Meet the Mickeys on Facebook as well. So we will be sharing more there of when we're going to be uploading. And, you know, we'll be probably doing little reels here and there with those. And so stay tuned. Go ahead, connect with us on that as well, so you can stay in the loop of when we're going to be posting. We might, you know, be posting some statuses and quotes here and there as well. We might get into Facebook Lives and things like that. So definitely connect with us to get in the loop. Let us know what topics and things like that you want us to cover. Honestly, if you ever need prayer, definitely connect with us on there as well. So, thanks for watching. We hope to see you soon. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications.